Macca's Reviews.
Keeping up, he's really moving. Squad, we need EMS on the scene now.
Hey guys, Macca here. Welcome to my first impressions / quickie review of Watch Dogs. Available May 27th on all major platforms. Developed by Ubisoft Montreal, published by Ubisoft. And just to get a few notes out of the way before we get started here, I am reviewing this on a PlayStation 4. And this is a highly anticipated game with a lot of hype, but in no way do I ever get involved with hype. And I never really expect anything from a game, so I'll be reviewing this like I review every other game, on a completely fair and unbiased basis, taking into account no hype. So with that out of the way, let's get started. Watch Dogs takes place in the near future in Chicago, where the entire city is operated under one giant mesh operating system called the CTOS, and literally every camera, every phone, everything within this city is connected to this operating system. And you play a character named Aiden Pierce, whose main objective is to seek revenge against a group of people who indirectly killed his niece, and a bunch of stuff happens after that, which I won't really spoil. This is going to be a spoiler-free review, as I always do. That's kind of the basis of the game, so let's get started with some of the great things about it. The first thing you'll notice about the game is its incredible graphics, especially for running it on a next-gen console or a super high-end PC. The graphics are definitely one of the best assets of this game, and that includes some of the great weather effects. And you get to really see some of those effects work well during nighttime when maybe it's raining, or during the daytime when the sun is shining through trees. The graphics, all in all, are a great asset to this game. I think they look fantastic, and I don't have any complaints there in any way. Also, I found the gameplay extremely innovative and unique. There's nothing that you've really played that is similar to this, and some of the extra activities like digital trips. They have a coin run game, and you can even play chess in this game. There's a lot of small activities that are available within the open world of Chicago, which is beautifully and incredibly well modeled. I have actually been to Chicago a few times in my life, and it feels like Chicago in the game, so that's definitely great. The activities are great, and you can interact with almost anything in the world, which is another great feature. Once you level your character far enough, you can interact with traffic lights, the train, road spikes, garage doors, anything you want, bridges, and that's really one of the best features of the game is the hacking, and being able to hack things like the CTOS towers, which will let you see all the collectibles on the map and unlock different abilities. There's also a skill tree that has different types of skills you can use to get your character to do different things. There's a lot of innovative, unique stuff that I like here, and definitely a lot of variety, which is good for an open world game like this. And basically, I guess the best word to describe it is that I just had a lot of fun playing this game. And, you know, that's kind of hard to come by sometimes when there's some super serious games. I just had a lot of fun casually playing it here and there, and I didn't find myself bored or unsatisfied at any point. Another aspect I really enjoyed about the game was that you could go in guns blazing, but you could approach almost every mission and every possible side mission with a stealth approach, sneaking around and hacking your way in. There are actually missions and towers that you can capture without even stepping foot into the base, and that's actually something I really enjoyed about the game. It has a pretty good stealth factor in my opinion. However, with all that being said, that doesn't mean that the game is completely free of flaws. I did find that the controls took a little bit of getting used to, especially with like the reloading and stuff. I thought that the cars handled well, and it was pretty obvious that they handled differently when it was wet versus dry and off-road. Each car felt unique and different, and I thought that the shooting was well done. It's just some of the controls got a little bit confusing, and I would throw grenades at my own feet when I didn't want to occasionally, but once I got used to that, it was obviously more bearable. I thought the voice acting was pretty average. I don't think this game did anything spectacularly, but I don't think it was awful. I just think that the voice acting could have been better, and it would have been nicer to have really been immersed into the experience because of that. There's also like a constant stream of information coming up on your screen, and it could be a little daunting. Like literally, I just wanted to just drive around for a few hours, and there was just information popping up everywhere, which I guess comes with the territory of being like a super hacker and having the whole city at your disposal. There's might be options to turn that off, I'm not sure, but if you're a casual player looking to get into it just for fun, it might be a little bit overbearing with all that stuff coming up on the screen. Some of the minuses of this game: the first initial load of the game will take about 1 to 2 minutes. Not a problem for me. I know people like to hear about that. It's a pretty long load time once you get in, but once you're in the world, you don't really experience many load times at all. Another thing was I really enjoyed the music selection that they had in the game. My main problems with the music was how it was implemented. You are able to create your own custom playlists, but my problem was that there were no radio stations in the car or on your media app, and it would just kind of mix like rock music with oldie music and then dubstep, and it was just this weird mix of music. And every time you get in and out of your car, it restarted the song, which took me out of the experience a little bit when I was just exiting my car for a few seconds to look at a ATM or whatever. And unfortunately, I do have a few performance issues with frame rate drops and stutter to report, and that usually happens when you're doing something like, you know, throwing a grenade, shooting down cops, and also hacking things. If you're doing all of them at the same time, I personally did have a little bit of stutter here and there. Nothing that was completely unbearable, but again, it took me a little bit out of the experience. Now, I like to end off every review with my personal recommendations as well as a quick summary of the review. Personally, I would recommend that you pick up this game. However, if you do have incredibly high expectations, you will probably find reasons to be disappointed. With that being said, this is an above average game in almost every way, including its graphics and innovation, and I just had a really fun time playing it. It would have been nice to see a few things done differently to really help with the immersion of the game, but I still think it's worth picking up. I don't normally rate my games, but people always ask me what I would rate it. If I had to give it an out of 10 rating, I would probably give it an 8.5 and say that it's easily comparable in fun to Saints Row 4, which I found to be a very good game. So that's my review. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. If you have your own views about the game, leave a comment down below. I'm always open ears to your guys' opinions. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I see you next time. Make sure to check out some of my other Watch Dogs videos. Peace.